Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and welcome to the Game Exposed podcast. If you guys have a brief question on a narcissist and you want to submit it and have your question answered on the podcast, submit a brief question, you guys, no more than a paragraph because it won't be read. Text your questions to 917-636-1109 and text me your questions, and I'll try to get to as many questions as I can and answer them on the podcast, but please make it brief, no more than a paragraph, okay? 917-636-1109. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and today I want to talk about 5 things that will piss off a narcissist, okay? So let me start right here and tell you all the things, the 5 biggest things that is going to piss off a narcissist. Number 1, your silence. When you're silent and you're not giving the narcissist any information, you're guarded, you're not so open with them, they get so angry and pissed off. See, a narcissist wants to know everything about you, but they guard their information, and especially a covert narcissist, okay? They never tell you what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're doing, but they expect you to be completely transparent. So when you hold back information, this is going to piss off the narcissist. And narcissists, they want to know everything, okay? So when you hold back, all right, that is going to piss off the narcissist. When you're quiet, when you're silent, the narcissist is going to be really, really watching you because they're going to think to themselves, well, you're hiding something. They're going to try to drill it out of you. Narcissists are studiers, so they're going to be studying you. So the more silent you are, the more that pisses off the narcissist. They like people that are very, transparent, that open up, that tell you everything. Like for instance, you meet somebody and you sit there and you tell them everything about your ex. They love that because then they can manipulate you and be everything that your ex wasn't. For instance, if you went and you told the narcissist, oh yeah, my ex was no good, they cheated on me, they were a liar, they were this, they were that, that narcissist is going to mold themselves into the exact opposite of what your ex was in order to fool you. They're going to pretend that they're innocent. They're going to pretend that they're in your corner. They're going to say things like, well, I'm not like those other guys, or I'm not like those other women. So when you're silent, they're not getting information. They're not getting information about you. They're not finding out what your vulnerabilities are, and that's going to piss them off. And they're going to try to break you down. They're going to try to break you down. They're going to try to earn your trust. And why is this? So that they can manipulate you. They could see where are your vulnerabilities. But if you're silent, they're never ever going to find out what your vulnerabilities are, okay? Also, when you're silent, you're holding your power, okay? You're not showing your emotions, and narcissists hate that. They want to know that they're in control of your emotions, all right? Now, next thing, what will piss off a narcissist? Another thing that's going to piss off a narcissist is when you ignore them, all right? Narcissists want attention. They're attention seeking. So when you ignore them, in other words, they text you and you don't respond back to them, or, you just make like they're not there, all right? When let's say you're in a group of people and everything and you ignore the narcissist, that's gonna bother them, all right? That's gonna bother them because they're going to feel very small. They want you, like especially the covert narcissists, they want you begging. That's why they ignore you, is to get you to the point where you're thirsty and always begging for their attention. So when you do that to the narcissist, they absolutely hate when you ignore them, okay? Now, moving on to what really pisses off a narcissist. Another thing that really, really pisses off a narcissist is when you block them, okay? Narcissists may not let you know that, but it pisses them off when you block them first, okay? Why is that? Because you have the control of things. They don't have the control. See, narcissists like to keep you around. Even when the relationship breaks up, that's why a lot of times they won't permanently block you, because they want that opportunity to bounce back to you. So when you block them, that's going to piss them off, because now they can't get to you. Now they can't, pop in and pop out of your life and wreak havoc on you, okay? They like when you don't block them, because it shows them that, you still want them around. It shows them that you still want them coming back. That's why I tell you guys, when a narcissist breaks your boundaries, or they disrespect you, or they ghost you, or they really, really, do a lot of toxic behaviors, you have to block them. You can't leave that door open for them to be able to bounce back in. So when you block the narcissist, it's going to piss them off, because now now they're going to feel like they're going to bounce to somebody real quick, because they don't want to sit there and feel like that shame. They don't want to feel any shame. So a lot of times they'll bounce to someone else and just be like, oh, that person's crazy or something like that. But they hate that, because now you have your power. When you block the narcissist, you have your power, because you are the one ending things and not allowing that narcissist to come back, okay? And narcissists will want to keep in contact with you. Even if they discard you, they're still going to want to keep in contact with you. And they'll use excuses like, oh, we can still be friends, or I still care about you. Yeah, the only thing the narcissist cares about is being able to still use you for something. So it's up to you. You have the power. It's up to you to block them and take away any power or control that they have to come back into your life and play games on you. Once somebody shows you who they are, believe them, because it's going to be a repeat behavior and other bad behaviors later on if you leave that door open for them to come in and out. All right? All right, moving on to the fourth thing that really pisses off a narcissist, okay? The fourth thing that pisses off a narcissist is your self-care. Narcissists hate when you're taking care of yourself. They hate when you're going to the gym. They hate when you're, taking pride in your appearance and you're looking good and you're taking pride in, how you dress and how you carry yourself. Why? Why do they hate your self-care? Because the narcissist wants to break you down. And what does self-care do? Self-care builds you up. Because when you look good, you feel good, right? When you look good, you feel you have more of a sense of self-confidence. So the narcissist will try to break that down, and they'll say things to you like, oh, you don't need the gym, or you look good, or I like the way you look, with the extra weight on you, or, if you're too thin, I like the way you look, or you don't need to go get your hair done, or you don't need to get your nails done. You don't need to go take a walk. You don't need to, take care of yourself or anything like that. They're going to try to say things like, well, you look good the way you are and everything. They don't want you to do things that is going to make you feel good and feel better about yourself and improve yourself, because that is going to get, what all those things will give you self-confidence. And narcissists don't want you to have self-confidence, because when you have a lot of self-confidence, the narcissist, it's harder for them to break you down, right? When you have a lot of self-confidence, you're not going to always, be so codependent on the narcissist. So, that's one of your keys, you guys, to having self-confidence is self-care. So what really pisses off a narcissist, you guys, is when you're silent with them and you're not giving them information, when you ignore the narcissist, when you block the narcissist, when you are doing self-care, all right? And the last thing that will piss off a narcissist is your self-confidence and you believing in yourself, okay? You have to believe in yourself. You have to trust your gut. And, you build your self-confidence. How do you build your self-confidence? There's a lot of different ways to build your self-confidence. One of them is what I just mentioned, self-care, taking care of yourself. If there's something about yourself you're not happy with, then change it, okay? It's up to you to change things and make yourself feel better. The more you feel better, the more self-confidence you're going to have. When you know that you're doing the right thing to help yourself, somebody else is not going to be able to break you down, all right? And it's not just about, your physical appearance in order to build your self-confidence. It's educating yourself, reading about narcissism, or just getting as much knowledge as you can to educate yourself on being able to spot these red flags. It's about being financially sound and being stable financially and not having to be codependent on a narcissist for money or for anything else. The more independent you are, the more self-confident you will become, you guys. All right? I'm living proof of this. So, a narcissist hates this. They want people that are vulnerable. They want people that doubt themselves, because then these people are going to be codependent on the narcissist. And see, this is where there's a lot of controversy where people talk about, well, who does the narcissist target? A lot of influencers sit there and say, well, narcissists, they target, super successful people, or they target, they target the strong people and all of that. Well, the narcissist is going to target whoever they can manipulate for the greatest amount of supply, okay? A narcissist is going to go down, they're going to target the path of least resistance for the greatest amount of return. So it's not that they're necessarily going to choose the strongest supply, okay? If they chose the strongest supply, it's because the strongest supply had something big to offer them. It's not because they're necessarily strong. Because if they're so strong, a narcissist realizes, I'm not going to get anywhere with that person. So, yes, narcissists like to break down strong people, but their number one concern is the supply. Okay, they're not hyper focused on, I got to break this person down because they're strong. They're hyper focused on the supply, whatever the supply is. And it's a lot easier to get supply out of a vulnerable person with low self-confidence than it is to get it out of a self-confident person who's got a lot of self-worth. So the point I'm trying to make here, you guys, is when you have your self-confidence, it's going to piss off the narcissist because then they can't break you down. And I've actually had this happen to me with a family member where they tried to break me down. And because I had my self-confidence, I wasn't falling for the nonsense. I was not going to let this person break me down, okay? Because I had been through so much. See, when you've been through so much and then you educate yourself, you come back like a powerhouse. And this is what the narcissist fears, and they try to break you down and make you think that you're crazy or something like that. Like I had a narcissist in my family say, "Oh, you really think, you're so self-assured and everything like that." And I said, "I'm not proclaiming that I know everything." I said, "But I'm pretty self-assured on what I know about certain topics." "Yes, I am." I said, "Because I've educated myself." "That's absolutely correct." And then that person just backed off because they saw that if they came for me, I was going to destroy them. And why was I going to destroy them? Because I knew what I was talking about, and I was not going to allow this person to put me down in that manner, okay? Because they were the type of narcissist that, always tries to think they're smarter than everybody else and tries to put you down that way. And I was not going to allow this person to make me doubt myself, okay? Because I validate myself. And the reason that I validate myself is because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I have educated myself. I've done a lot of reading. If there's something I don't know, I find out what the answer is, okay? I have a very analytical and inquisitive mind. So I'm always searching for answers. But I don't have an attitude to the point of where I'm pompous, because, when you're a God-fearing person, you have to humble yourself. So you have to realize that, you stay self-assured, but you also have to be the kind of person that, realizes that you don't know everything in the world, okay? And there's always somebody that's going to be stronger or pretty or smarter than you, all right? That's how you humble yourself. See, narcissists can't do that. So the bottom line is, when you have your self-confidence and when you don't doubt yourself, you're not going to be fooled by the gaslighting. You're going to spot gaslighting. When they start saying things like, oh, I really don't remember, you're going to know that they're lying to you. When they say things like, oh, the problem is you, you're going to know they're flipping it on you. Why? Because you've educated yourself and you have your self-confidence, and now you're able to spot the manipulation, okay? So the more you educate yourself, the more self-confident you become, and the more you're able to spot those red flags, and the more you're able to, call out or disengage from the narcissist, all right? So these are the 5 things that will piss a narcissist off is, let me reiterate, your silence, where they can't get information from you, and you're not, blurting out your whole, life story to them, so now they know how to manipulate you, all right? They don't feel they can control silent people. They like people that are talking, that they feel that they can control their emotions. It pisses off a narcissist when you ignore them, because now they feel small, that they're not important. This is what the covert narcissist does to you, by the way. It pisses off a narcissist when you block them, because now they have no more control over you. It pisses off a narcissist when you're taking care of yourself, going to the gym, saving your money, doing all these things, building a support system of people. They hate that because that makes you independent and not codependent on the narcissist. All right. And they hate you, or it pisses them off rather, when you have your self-confidence, because the more self-confidence you have, the more that narcissist will not be able to break you down, manipulate you, or take away your self-worth, okay? So that's it in a nutshell, okay, you guys? There's a lot of things that piss off a narcissist, but these are the 5 biggest ones that I want to put out there to make you aware of. So I hope that helps you. And if it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. Don't forget, you guys, follow me on YouTube. I have over 4,000 videos all about this kind of stuff, covert narcissists, malignant narcissists, triangulation, word salad, the discard, why they discarded you so coldly, why the narcissist can run hot and cold, the mind games the narcissist plays. Go to my YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast for a lot more information. And you can follow me on Instagram at the Game EXP123. And have a great day, you guys. If you guys are having a problem in your dating or relationship, or you're dealing with somebody maybe that's narcissistic, you don't know if they're a narcissist, or you're just having problems, you're in a toxic relationship, and you need some clarity on it, go to the link in the podcast description for my website, where I offer email and phone coaching. If you have a quick question, just a quick question, and you want to get a video sent back to you answering your question, there's also a link there for Vizio, where I will send you a personalized video answering your question. Hi, you guys, it's Yaz, and I want to tell you about my 2 books on Amazon. The first book is Regain Your Power. It's all about power and relationship. Who has the power in the relationship? And it goes into all of that, okay? The other book is Signs He's Not Into You, He's Wasting Your Time, okay? Check it out. It gives you a lot of good clues as to whether you're with somebody who's a real one or somebody who's just going to waste your time. You could read them both with Kindle's free trial membership. So check it out. Link is in the podcast description. Hi, you guys. I just want to let you know that the Game Exposed now has their merchandise available. Check out the link in the bio, and you could go check it out. There's cool hoodies, cool sweatpants, cool hats. So go to the bio for the link. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook at The Game EXP123, and also on Instagram, The Game EXP123. Okay? And have a great day.